So today's video, we're taking a look at the Baseus Security X1 Pro. Now this is the world's first AI dual camera tracking system that allows you to track two different areas at once with no blind spots and most importantly, no monthly fees. So today's video, we're going to quickly unbox it, set it up, test the features, give you the full tour of the app so you know exactly what to expect. Now we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. So before we jump into it, big shout out to Baseus for sponsoring this video. Now, even though this is a sponsored review, all the thoughts and opinions are my own. Now let's go ahead and quickly get it unboxed. Now we're gonna have some paperwork. First thing is gonna be the quick start guide. We're gonna have some of the actual mounting cutouts. So this is gonna allow you to stick this on the wall. That way you don't have to guess where the anchor points are. Piece of the mounting bracket right here. Another piece of the mounting bracket. And more mounting right here. We're going to put it all together here in a little bit. Here's the camera itself, and we're going to put this to the side for now. This is going to be the solar panel, and this is going to plug into the camera and keep it charged. Again, this is going to be pivot, so this is going to actually pivot with the sun. Really cool. Have some mounting hardware, so screws, anchors, and that's pretty much everything in the box. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the camera itself. So you can see by default they're just mounted this way, but this entire system rotates to the front on both sides. So as far as the front, we're going to have microphones right here in the front. So this is going to be able to pick up your voice, a two-way communication. We're also going to have an indicator right here. This is going to tell you the status of the camera. And I'm sure within the application, we'll have some options to turn that on and off. On the cameras itself, and remember this is for both of them, you are going to have a PIR sensor. This is this guy right here. We also have a spotlight, of course, and we have the actual lens right here below. Underneath right here is the speaker phones, again, two-way communication. And over to the back, we're going to have our sync button as well as USB. So again, this is where the solar plug is going to go, as well as the micro SD card. But quickly, if you look at the solar plug, you can see it is waterproof, so it will seal this guy off completely when you plug it in, thus not letting any water in. Very important. Now, as far as mounting the solar panel, you do notice that it does come with a long USB cable. Baseus gives you the option, if you want to mount this directly on the camera, you can do so. However, if you want to mount this away, you can go ahead and stretch it out. And this is going to be the mount for the actual solar panel itself. So I'm going to hook it up all together, but again, you do have the option to mount this separately. All it is a screw right here. So you screw this part in. And then you have this option where you can mount it on a different surface. But again, with the smart mount that Baseus provided, everything can mount it all together. And let's go ahead and quickly run through it. Now, when it comes to the mounting hardware, this is one of the best that I've ever seen. Now, this does have a patented 3-axis flexible bracket that's going to give you a lot of different options as far as positioning your camera. So on the front, you're going to have a horizontal adjustment joint, and this is going to pivot to the left or right, which gives you adjustment plus or minus 40 degrees. Behind that, you're going to have the vertical adjustment. That's going to give you 90 degrees up or 90 degrees straight down. You do have a camera bracket release button, and this makes it easy to take the camera off, whether you need to get the memory card or unplug it to do some cleaning or whatever the case. It makes it easier to disconnect the camera from the mount itself without having to unscrew it. Finally, in the back, you're going to have an angle lock switch, and with the angle lock switch, you're going to be able to adjust it from 0 to negative or plus 45 degrees. So with everything said, guys, with all the different flexibility, the adjustment points, this is going to make sure that your camera is placed in a great position. All right, so now we have that part secured, and this is where the beauty comes in with the solar panel. And you can go ahead, you can see you have two screws right here, matches up directly with the solar panel. Again, so all you need to do here is mount this part in here, and then with the screws that they provided, go ahead and mount that in there. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, so that's pretty much this fully assembled. Like I said, this part does pivot up, and then you can always play with the angles right here. With the panel itself, it will track the sun, so wherever the sun goes, this will maximize it by tilting. The last thing to do is just plug in your card here, but I do recommend for the first time usage, go ahead, charge this guy up to 100%. That way, when the solar kicks in, you won't have to worry about ever charging it again. Now the camera's body is made of ABS and PC material, giving it a rugged but clean look, and it feels really sturdy. The dual lenses are front and center, and you'll notice of course that they're positioned slightly apart, and this is key for dual tracking. The camera offers 300 degrees max horizontal coverage thanks to the motorized panning, which we'll demonstrate here in a little bit. Each lens covers up to 125 degrees diagonally. It is IP65 waterproof, so rain, snow, dust aren't an issue. And also the solar panel is designed with a high light transmitting surface for maximum efficiency. So here's what makes this unique. The X1 Pro has two independent 3K lenses, and each one can follow different subjects at the same time. Now in dual camera tracking and patrol mode, both cameras stays alert thanks to the dual PIR sensors. Now the moment movement is detected, the system wakes up, tracks, and start recording. Also, when nothing's happening, you can set patrol mode where the lenses rotate to preset intervals to actively scan the area. So you can see in the app, you can set this to do this every hour. Works really well, and you'll get a notification if you choose to do so when this happens. The 8x zoom is surprisingly sharp for digital zoom. This is great for spotting details like license plate or faces up to 8 meters away. Now this also have cross-camera AI tracking, which basically starts recording on one camera, then hands it off to the next one. So as someone walks across the yard, one camera passes them off to the next one, no blind spots, no gaps, and you just see continuous tracking of that person. As far as the image and night vision, both cameras shoot 3K resolution, so details remain sharp even when it's zoomed in. Now at night, you get two options: infrared black and white or full color night vision using the built-in spotlight. Now the difference there is visibly dramatic, and again, it's completely up to you how you want to set this up. If you want the spotlight to come on, you can set that to trigger. That will give you the full color night vision. Or if you want to do black and white, you do have the infrared as well. As far as the power and solar panel, this is smart as well, guys. The solar panel is extremely reliable. Kept my camera pretty much at 100% since I've been using it. Now the solar panel, it auto tracks the sun, doubling the charging efficiency compared to fixed panels. So I didn't set up a camera in the front of the yard to sit there all day to do a time lapse, but what you notice is that from when I installed the panel to where it is now, it actually lines up to the direction of the sunlight. This is really groundbreaking. All it needs is 20 minutes of sunlight. It will give you a full day of operation, and the battery lasts up to 150 days on a single charge. So that means that if you had no sun for 150 days, you'll still have power to this device via the battery. And as far as the application, the Baseus application is where everything comes together. You do have the live feed where you can see both cameras. From there, you can view it in portrait with one camera on top, or you can go to landscape and view both cameras side by side. Now in landscape mode, you can actually move the cameras manually, so you can pan them in and out. Also, you have the option to stitch both cameras together for one panoramic view. You can replay, record, and scrub through timelines, zoom in on events. Just so much going on in this application. Notifications pop up instantly when motion is detected, and with the notifications, you do have the option is you can have the thumbnail being displayed. You can change the recording length, so if you want just a 10-minute clip, you can have that. You can 60 seconds, whatever you choose to do. A lot of flexibility built into this application. And of course, you have manual camera control, so you can pan back and forth with individual cameras if you like to do so. Within the application, you can also set your zone, so you do have the option to set your notification zone. So for me, you can see I did set a certain area where I want to be notified when movement is detected, but you can also do a privacy zone where you can block off certain areas from being recorded. Also, this has two-way audio, which means that I can talk directly to someone on the other side of the camera. They can respond, and this will come through the application. And here's a clip of me testing it out now.
It's nothing. I'm just taking out the trash, you know.
Doing it in front of my house.
Well, I'm just taking the trash, you know.
Did I give you permission to be here? Criminal.
Yeah.
Now in addition, this also has a built-in siren that you can activate at any time through the application, and this is what it sounds like. So as far as privacy and storage, one of the best things about this is that there's no need for a subscription for this to work. There's no fees that you have to pay to a company every month. Everything is recorded internally. All the storage is going to be local. This camera supports up to 512 gigabytes on a micro SD card. Now this means that your data stays private, secure, as well as encrypted on your device, and it doesn't get stored in the cloud. As far as the setup and durability, setup was straightforward, flexible 3-axis mount, making it easy to place in the corners, flat surfaces on walls, and the fact that this is IP65 rated, it's going to protect you from snow, from wind, from water, from dust. It's built to be outdoor, and it's going to stand up over time. So there you have it, the Baseus X1 Pro, dual 3K lenses, AI tracking, solar powered, waterproof. If you want complete coverage without compromise, this camera is definitely worth checking out. Of course, I'll leave a link in the description with more details, as well as the Kickstarter early bird deal. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.